very warm welcome to everyone who is on Zoom right now. Thank you so much for joining. And it's been such a pleasure, these 6 days of journey, viewing all the different movies and just brilliant stuff. And really a big thank you to all our filmmakers that believed in this virtual screening, and to all our board members, our participants, our sponsors, everybody that made this possible. I'll hand it over now to Ani, who will now kick off our closing ceremony, or as we call it, the award night. And we're all going to really have a good time together for the next hour, I promise. Ani, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Meghna. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Ani Monjos. I'm the president of Indie Meme. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to the finale of 5th Indie Meme Film Festival. And we're going to have an awesome award night, but before that, I feel blessed to have a captive audience like you, and we feel blessed to have all the filmmakers, cast and crew in the audience right now. It couldn't have been better. We went virtual. One of the blessings of going virtual is that we get to invite all the filmmakers, not just the ones which will fit into our budget. So extremely happy that we are able to do this remotely, and we hope you had a great experience throughout the last 2 weeks, and we hope you enjoyed the film festival as much as we enjoyed putting it together. It took a village. Actually, it took more than a village. It took a city to put together this amazing experience. I don't think any festival has done what we've done. We did an interactive film festival all in 3 weeks, and kudos to our team. And over to Meghna.
Sure, and so we'll kick off the evening, and I'm really excited to welcome our master of ceremony, our host, our presenter for the evening. I don't know if you guys have read this, but very proud to introduce to you Rajiv Satyal, the funny Indian. There's a lot to be said about Rajiv, but let me tell you, he's the only person that has actually performed comedy in all the continents in the world, including Antarctica. So that's really kudos to him. He's opened up many acts for many people, including Russell Peters, Tim Allen, Joe Coy, Kevin Nealon, and many others. So with that, and oh, I forgot to tell you that he's also opened up for the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi.
Yeah, that's right.
And very accomplished, and he's going to do a short act as well in between. So over to you, Rajiv. The stage is all yours. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much. 2 thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, good. All right, that's a good start. You always want to start with whether people can hear you, because that's the thing that's been happening with a lot of these Zoom calls and everything, but it's great to see everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Meghna. Without you, I would not be here, so thanks for recruiting me. It was great working with you at Akshapatra. We've done a lot of great work together, so congratulations to everybody for pulling together and for hanging in there. It has not been the easiest time to go virtual for the fifth Indie Meme Film Festival, to go virtual. This is a big one, the 5, and you guys have hung in there and you've really done it. So really appreciate that. And I'm seeing the chats there, so you'll mute everyone as the show goes on. That makes a lot of sense. That's good. If you see me reading, that happened to me the other day where I commented on somebody's Instagram live and I saw him read the comment above mine, respond to it. He was clearly mouthing mine, skipped it, and went to the next one. I'm like, thanks a lot for skipping my comment. I could totally see you do that, by the way. So hopefully I won't give it away too much, but I'll do a few minutes here, and then I'll be emceeing for the rest of the evening. Again, want to thank you for hanging in there, and congratulations to everybody who's participated, the people who have watched the films, as well as, again, want to thank Meghna. I want to thank Tripti and Alka for co-founding and spearheading the efforts here for indiememe.org, the film fest. So happy Blur's Day, as we like to say. There's an actress who lives down the street, actually, and my wife loves the fact that she says happy Blur's Day, because you know what? Who knows if it's Sunday or Tuesday or Thursday? Nobody really knows at this point what exactly is going on We've got 4 narrative films tonight that are in contention. We've got a couple of documentaries. We have 9 shorts. And I may be wearing shorts for all you know. You don't know, right? So it doesn't matter. As long as I have a suit going on up here, what difference does it make what I'm wearing underneath there? Over the years, and they may correct me if I'm wrong, but doing some research, it looked like over the years, the first 5 years, 12 countries have been represented by the films, 14 languages, maybe more by now, but at least that many. So really kudos to what's been happening here for Indie Meme Film Fest. Now, before I go on, and not to bring the mood down or anything, but I want to say rest in peace to Irfan Khan and to Rishi Kapoor, 2 of the great actors in India who, of course, represented us so well for so many years and watched a number of their films. And, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't acknowledge their contribution to film, not just in India, but around the world for so long. So I know my kudos, or not kudos, but I guess my sadness also to the filmmakers over in India who weren't able to come over to the United States, especially come to Austin. See, I got married in Austin, Texas. That's a great place to go because I love leaving America and going to Texas whenever I can. So, you know, it's always great to get down there to Texas. It was its own country after all for 9 years. And so, you know, what we really miss, and my wife even yesterday, you know, she's Gujarati, but she can eat tacos every day. See, when you grow up in Texas, you can eat tacos every single day. And down there, you can't get it out here. You can just finally barely get this thing called queso. Now, queso is basically cheese. And I remember I was trying to bring some home for my wife, Hersha. And so I got some at Torchy's Tacos in Austin. And I tried to go through security, but they won't let me go through. They're like, sir, you can't go through. That's a liquid. And I'm like, it's not a liquid. Have you seen the queso here? It's full of vegetables. It's full of cheese. This is not liquid. And he goes, no, sir, it's a liquid. You can only take 4 ounces of it through. I said, at best, this is an amorphous solid. No, I didn't say that really to the security guard, but you know what? Eventually I had to pour it out. Do you know what that's like, pouring out queso in Texas? That is like pouring out gold in California. It was no good, but eventually I took it home to my wife, who was so happy to eat her queso that she misses so much from Texas. So my love goes out to Texas, and my sorries to the people who could not make it over to the great state of Texas. I do want to say that we are staying indoors. And even PM Modi is doing that. The biggest lockdown in history. People are staying in, evidently. My friend Saurabh Pant is a comic over there in India, and he said, you know, 86% of Indians in India are following the lockdown, which means 14% are not. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but 14% of India is basically America. So that's still a lot of people over there who aren't, you know, through no fault of their own necessarily. But here, the curve is flattening. The people are fattening. You know, if you stay in long enough, you just keep stuffing yourself full of food. So the curve may be flattening, but the people are fattening. There's only so much we can do about that. You know, there's an old joke in comedy. With the first time I ever got up on stage, my friend Ryan said to me, he goes, you know, why don't you do this joke? Why don't you get up there and say, tell them about your background? This is a joke he wanted me to do. And I said, no, that's so lame, but it really works on a Zoom call. So let me tell you about my background. I've got a whiteboard over here. I've got a swingers poster over here. You know, that's what it means, telling you about my background. You can actually make that joke when you're on a Zoom call. Now, the weird thing is, for a lot of these virtual shows, there's a 5-second delay. And luckily, I've been preparing my whole life for this because I've played all over the South. So there's always a 5-second delay when you play in the South. And what I mean by that is the American South, not the Indian South. Because see, India is reverse of America in that they keep the smart people in the South in India. It's the reverse here in America. So I can make that joke. You know why? Because I'm Punjabi. Megan is regretting now hiring a fellow Punjabi, but you know what? I'm a Punjabi guy. I can make that joke, but maybe not. You never know what's going to offend people at this day and age. You know, I was talking to a couple of friends on a Zoom call, my friend in New York and in Miami. And I said, you know, we're going to be doing this. We are going to be doing that. And all of a sudden I could realize that they were getting a little bit hurt because they're both single people. And so the fact that I have a wife, I'm saying we a lot, they were really hurt by this. Like, stop saying we to people who live by themselves. That's really just kind of mean. You don't want to throw we around too much. That is because in California, we're very, very sensitive with our pronouns now, right? It's he or she or ze or they or whatever it is. But we can be the most aggressive pronoun of them all. You got to be very, very careful with your we's. you know, my background really, and this is in my bio, and I think Meghna and Alka and Tripti have seen that my ultimate career goal is I want to host the Oscars. That's my ultimate dream in life, is to host the Oscars. That's part of my bio. But there are no hosts anymore for the Oscars. So the closest I can get is the virtual 5th annual IndieMeme.org Film Festival. This is it. This is my first stepping stone on the way. And I think I'm off to a great start. So that's really great. It's great to be with you here tonight. Because the thing is, see, we're not wearing masks right now because we don't have to. We're at home, right? But when comedians hear that the audiences there are wearing masks, that means they cannot talk, they can only listen. We think, this is a great comedy crowd. This is the best possible scenario where people cannot speak and they can only listen. So this is like the greatest thing possible for us. I will say this, that I was just in a family Zoom call. This has really replaced a lot of what's been happening, is we get on these family Zoom calls, and my wife, Hersha, and I were late. We were about 15 minutes late to the last family Zoom call, which was a birthday. And we finally had to admit to ourselves, traffic was never our problem, right? This is where you finally realize all these years you've been saying, oh, it was traffic, it was no, it was never traffic. Yeah, all that traffic getting to the computer in the bedroom. No, you know what? You guys just are not able to get it together. That's really finally, we had to admit this to ourselves. And at the end of the Zoom call, it turned out that we took 5 minutes to say goodbye. Right? Whereas Indians are still saying goodbye. I always thought it was because Indians are late to everything. And since we're late, then we take a long time to leave. No, something, and maybe it was the shoes, right? You take off your shoes and you're standing there saying goodbye to everybody. And then you have to put on your shoes. And then now you're at a new height. So you have to catch up at that new height that you were, right? The same person you were when you came in. Then you got to put on your kids' shoes. I don't know what it is, but apparently we just can't leave anything. Even when the app is called Zoom. Literally called Zoom, like Zoom, get out of here, keep going, right? But there is now such a thing called Zoom fatigue. It has become a real problem for people. They're getting really tired being on all these Zoom calls. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna upload this picture as my virtual background in Zoom so I can go take a nap, right? That may be the thing I need to do. Or maybe I can upload like a doppelganger. You know, I don't know if you know who Neil Kashkari is. Neil Kashkari is basically me. If you Google this guy, he's a lawyer and politician out in California, bald. Honestly, he could be my doppelganger. I can just have him come in and do these calls for me, and I can go take a nap. That might work. So, you know what, guys? I want to get us started. I don't want to get us late to get out the gate. So I'll crack some jokes as we go. I'm going to be introducing some of the people as we go. I'm going to sit down and make sure that we are going on time. I'm going to crack the whip. So they've tasked me with making sure that we are relatively on time. So I'm not trying to be rude, but you may see me trying to wave you, get going, all that sort of stuff, because we have a lot to go through. So for those who need to know Neil Kashkari, you can see right there. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, Ananya. You can see who Neil Kashkari is. And with that out of the way, I wanted to let everybody know that the next thing we're going to be doing, and like I said, I'll be cracking some jokes as we go. I have to introduce the filmmakers. Now, without the filmmakers, we would have nothing. Okay, we need an audience, we need the jury, we need the organizers. The filmmakers are just as important. We have many filmmakers in the house tonight. Most of them are here with us, which is fantastic. And this is indeed actually the true film festival experience that many of you have come to learn and love in Austin, Texas. And for the first time, we have 2 special guests. So it's going to be my honor to introduce them in just a few minutes as well. But let's go ahead and begin with our makers. That sounds very religious, our makers. So meet the makers and their teams who make the magic happen. Without them, we wouldn't have these docs, wouldn't have the narratives, wouldn't have the shorts that I may or may not be wearing, who knows. So I'm going to introduce each filmmaker, and then you're going to have about a minute to introduce yourself and your teams, your crews, whatever you'd like to do. And what you're going to see me do, you might see me before you hear me. I'm going to probably start to give you one of these if you're going too long, and then I might try to talk over you, and then maybe I'll mute you. Who knows? I don't know. I can't mute you, but I think Ani can. So we have a number of filmmakers. We're going to introduce them. We're going to have 4 awards for tonight and some speeches, so this should be a lot of fun. So again, we appreciate your hanging in there, and let me, without further ado, get to the very, very first person of the night whom I will be introducing, and he is actually the winner of the prestigious Directors Guild of America, the DGA, which is right down the street here in Los Angeles, the Student Award for the DGA in 2018 for his thesis film, Difficult People. So huge honor. His entry is the timekeeper, and that's what I'm going to be doing, actually. You can call me the timekeeper, because I'm going to be keeping time, especially if you're being difficult people. So with the same last name as my really good friend, Omi Vedya, without further ado, kicking things off is Sohil Vedya.
Hello. Hey, hi everyone, this is Sohil. I'm the director producer of the film The Timekeeper, I'm very happy to have my film in the film festival, I hope you enjoyed the film. Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome. We really appreciate that. If everything can be that efficient, Sohil, as you, we now know why you made a film called The Timekeeper, because you are obviously very good at keeping time. So thank you very much. That's really fantastic. We appreciate that. Thumbs up if you can hear me. You can hear me, right? Just want to make sure we got the transition great. And you could hear Sohil. Everybody could hear Sohil. Thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Nice job, Sohil. I don't want to make sure my outro is longer than your entire speech. Okay, let's keep it rolling to... he says his film, this next person says his film, a meal is a result of a seeping frustration in all of us. I think a lot of us feel that, threatening to unleash. All the characters in this film are neither victims nor are they perpetrators. They are just end products of a degrading socio-political system where there's no escape and no respite. Wow, that sounds very familiar, actually. With that, here is Abhirup Basu.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello everyone, and good morning to you, Adil. Lovely to see you again. Good morning. And I'm Abhirup Basu, the director writer of the film Meal, and it's lovely to be here. I would have loved to visit the festival in person, but these are desperate times. So I love what the festival has done with this whole thing. So looking forward to the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abhirup. Can we get a round of applause for Abhirup, everybody? That's awesome. And keep it going also for Sohil. I didn't mean to leave him out, but okay, that's really fantastic. So his film, Pajana, was the winner of the International 1 Minute Film Festival Film Minute. Sadly, that is the length of the film my wife has made about her love life. Okay, so it takes all... Okay. It takes, funny because it's true. It takes me almost that long to say his whole name, Rohin Ravindran Nair.
I'm the director of the short film, The Booth. And I hope the viewers of Indie Meme like the film. It worked for them. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Rohin. We really appreciate your joining us this evening. Now, she is from Pakistan. She's exploring the evolution of Kathak. Dancing is usually shunned in a number of parts of the world, including that. So she's helping to keep it alive. So Ramadan Mubarak, Hina, everybody. Hina Shiraz.
Hello, it's actually Hira Shiraz. Can you hear me? Hello, my name is Hira, and thank you so much for having me here. I'm from Pakistan, and I directed, produced, and co-edited the film Kathakar, which sort of explores the scene of Kathak in Pakistan. It's a great privilege to be here amongst all of you guys. So have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hira. Really appreciate that. You know what? I'm friends with a Hina, and I used to call her Hina, and she would say Hina, Hina. So I've got this in my head now, always Hina. So sorry. Yes, Hira Shiraz, my bad. So congratulations on your great film as well. Now, moving right along, in 2017, she released a rom-com starring Parvati and Irfan Khan. So rest in peace, Irfan Khan. I'm so jealous you got to work with one of my favorite actors of all time. She also released a collection of short stories published by Penguin Random House, where my brother used to work. He's an author and a publisher. He's at Simon & Schuster now, but he started his career at Random House. So super cool to make that connection. Please welcome, everybody, Tanuja Chandra.
Hi. Hi, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be here as part of Indie Meme. I was delighted to show our documentary Auntie Sudha, Auntie Radha. My producer Anupama Mandloi is with us, and my director of photography Ishat Narayan, he has joined as well. Very happy to be a part of this, and wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Tanuja. And I would like to keep it rolling and say that she is an independent filmmaker and television producer from Kerala, where I once won an award, by the way. You know, I performed in all the southern states in India, and Kerala got me to go there because they said, we want to give you an award. They didn't pay me. I didn't realize that was a trick at the time. I'm not coming down on those Malayalis. I'm just saying, they're like, come, you know, receive this award. I'm like, oh, that's a trick. I was too early in my career, you know what? But hey, a great place. I love Kerala. My wife and her family actually went on the boating off the coast there. One of the most beautiful places, the land of God, Kerala. So let me just say, she's been directing, producing, and editing documentary films and television programs for New Delhi Television, Fox Traveler, and many, many other outlets for over a decade now. Up now is Priya Thuvasheri.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm so glad to join you guys this evening with my documentary film, Coral Woman. Joining me is my main protagonist, Uma Mani from Kodaikanal, and also our impact producer, Anupama Mandloi. If someone is common with both the documentaries, I think it's Anupama in that way. I'm so glad to join you all through this platform. Have a good night.
I love it. Thank you, Priya. Everybody's rolling so well. This is really fantastic. Certainly, probably the most provocative of the one-sheet posters. He is the director of The Tale of Rising Rani. Wow, that has haunted me, that poster. It's really, really good. Prakash Sani, and Meghana, I think, is going to translate. So let's give a warm welcome to Prakash Sani. Can we hear Prakash? We can see him, right? Prakash ji?
Yeah, hi. Some problem with actually there is some problem with my.
Okay, can we do one thing? Can we come back to Prakash at the end? Let's come back to Prakash. Just sit tight, and maybe somebody can message Prakash also, and maybe the string, just saying we're going to come back to him. I think he's frozen. We can see Prakash, just 1 second. We'll come back to you as you get situated there. And we see you in the background there. We see you have a fan at least, so that's good. Okay, we'll come back to you at the very end. So get your stuff ready. We appreciate that. Sorry, maybe there's just a bad connection. We're going to come back to you. We're not going to forget you. So let me move along to somebody who's based in Kabul. Her first feature film, Wolf and Sheep, was developed with the Cannes Cine Foundation Residence in 2010. Shaher, 20 years old at the time, the youngest ever selected at Cannes. Amazing. Give a warm welcome, everybody, to Shaher Banu Sadat.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Super. Hello to everyone. I'm Shaher Banu Sadat, the director of the movie The Orphanage. I'm very glad to be here with you. Though it's a little bit strange because I'm from Afghanistan and I'm based in Kabul, but I'm stuck in Denmark, and now it's like 5 in the morning, and I'm a little bit like half asleep, half awake, but it's very nice to be with you. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much, Shaher. It is really great for you to join us from Denmark. That's wonderful. Hope everything is well in Scandinavia. And let's move on to this national award-winning director says his brief stint in Bollywood left him with a memorable lesson that there is no respect for writers in the biggest film industry in the country. really one in the world, actually. The director said he got the idea for his film Amis while watching two people eat KFC chicken. See, I'm from Ohio. Kentucky is right underneath where I grew up, so I'm so excited to hear about this. Watching two people eat KFC chicken. What an inspiration. Put your hands together and your wings together for Bhaskar Hazarika. Do we have Bhaskar, everybody? Hazarika? Bhaskar? Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we see if we have him? We'll come back to him in just a few minutes. I think because he said so many bad things about the writers in Bollywood. Maybe he's been kidnapped. I don't know. Maybe he's been gone. He shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. That was really taking too much of a risk. Bhaskar, we're going to come back to you, and we're going to come back to Prakash also. So let's move on to his debut feature documentary. We have some information about him too, but his debut feature documentary, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, was awarded the Special Jury Award at the 65th National Film Awards. Contrary to popular belief, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings is not the sequel to Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea, although it sounds like it. Give it up, everybody, for Pratik Vats.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I represent the film Eve Ali Oo here. And unfortunately, none of my team members are here, but on their behalf, I would like to thank everyone for having us in this festival. And I hope everyone is really enjoying the films and just getting together like this. This is really special. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much to Pratik. Let us move on to somebody who won the Toronto Real Asians Pitch Competition in 2016, and as if that weren't enough, also in 2018, and was selected as one of Real World's Festival's Emerging 20 Filmmakers in 2017. Doesn't take any time off. Wins an award, then another award, then another award. Amazing. So everybody bring the house down for Rahul Chaturvedi.
Hi, everyone. I am Rahul Chaturvedi. I am the writer-director of the short film Forbidden Tikka Masala. I am joining you guys from Toronto, and our story is of a Desi mom who starts a little rebellion in her vegetarian household because she gets obsessed with the taste of chicken. And on that note, happy Mother's Day, everyone. I am joined here with my co-writer and producer, Luisa, if she could say a few words.
Hi, thank you so much for having us. I'm also joining from Toronto, and we're honored to be a part of the lineup. And yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. That's where my wife was born, Toronto, the most cosmopolitan city in the world. So welcome to both of you. And since you mentioned chicken, let's go back to Bhaskar now and see if Bhaskar from his KFC writing is with us. With Amis Bhaskar Hazarika. Is he here? Are we joined with by Bhaskar?
He should be. Just joined.
Hello, hi, I'm here. This is Bhaskar. Sorry, I'm late.
You're Indian.
It's early morning here, mate.
Do you want to say any words, Bhaskar, or are you good to go?
Well, I'll just say that I'm happy to be back here. We had a very interesting discussion yesterday, and I don't know how much of the program has already progressed, but I'm happy to be here again.
That's great. We're glad to have you. I love how he just says here like we're taking roll call. So I appreciate that, Bhaskar. Your name rhymes with Oscar, so we'll give you a pass. And let's go back and round it out with Tale of Rising Rani, Prakash Sani. That's my cousin's last name's up in Toronto, actually. Really, their last name is Sani. That's true. Where is Prakash? We have him there with his fan, right? Prakash? Okay, I think Prakash is experiencing a weird kind of Zoom stage fright because he's there the whole time, but whenever I call on him, he disappears. So that's fine. Is he there? Let's give him 5 seconds.
I can see he has network bandwidth issues.
Okay. Ani, thank you. So he's got network bandwidth issues. So
Can you
you
hear
know
me?
what? Why don't we do this? Let's move on. We don't want
Can you
to. We
hear
don't want to
me?
miss him. Is he there? No. Okay. Let's do this. Let's come
Can you
back
hear
to
me?
him when we see him. And actually, Ani, if you can maybe private message me if you can get in touch with him, we definitely want to showcase him. We don't want to leave him out. So let's go ahead and try that. If you want to message me, and we can take it from there. But let's move on with the program, just because I know everybody has been hanging in there for a long time. So we appreciate that. Oh, he's trying to talk.
Prakash, if you can hear us, can you unmute yourself and talk? Okay, let's move ahead.
Okay, we'll move. I think he has a bird speaking for him. So Meghna, I know you speak Hindi, but if you want to translate from bird, that might be good. We can see if we can get it in that way. Okay, let me know. Just message me, Ananya or anyone, and then we'll get him in. So, okay. So let's move to, we have a couple of special guests. We're very happy to have them. So let me start by introducing somebody who was in Life of Pi with Ang Lee. I mean, Ang Lee is the director, one of the greatest directors in the last, well, certainly of this millennium. He was in English Vinglish, a film I saw and really loved. Rest in peace, Sri Devi. Great, great film. He's received awards from India to Norway. So our friend over in Denmark, not too far from Norway over there, has worked in so many different industries in different languages: Hindi, Bengali, Assamese, Malayali, Tamil. Just unbelievable the breadth of experience that this person has. His few films have been screened at Indie Meme in the past. So a long-running relationship with IndieMeme.org, Mukti Bhavan, The Illegal, Akuni in the past, and Meal. So let me, without further ado, bring to the virtual stage Adil Hussain.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for having me here. And it's early morning in India, but unlike Bhaskar, had been on time, thankfully, and Bhaskar has to get his act together. I acted in one of his films, his previous film. So I'm very happy what you guys are doing in the Meme Festival. Kudos to all of you to not to give up under the tremendous and unprecedented situation which we are all having right now. And this is a monumental job to continue like this film festival of films which are very, very important to sort of help people to give access to these kind of films, which I believe that plays the role of understanding nuances of life, of subtle aspects of life, unlike all blockbusters, which are very black and white, and we call it in India. There's a lovely word called sthula, means very, very fat. There are no nuances, and I feel that my involvement in these films are the ways for me to contribute to the storytelling, and the story becomes the most important part. And I'm feeling guilty right now that you're giving me more time to speak than the filmmakers, because I think they are the stars, and more than the filmmakers, I think the stories are the stars. And it had been a great privilege for me to have been sought out by amazing directors from across the globe since last 10 years. Before that, I had been busy doing theater, and I feel I'm one of the luckiest guys and luckiest actors in the world who have been working, as you have mentioned, in so many different countries and languages. And I wish I could be there in Austin. I was very close to Austin last year. I was shooting for a film in Georgia. I mean, it's not very close, but I wanted to drive down to Texas, but my holidays got sort of shortened and I could not come there. So I welcome you all to the award ceremony, which you have done already, but I'm doing it again since I have been asked to fill up this 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes time. So thank you for hosting this amazing festival, and I hope to be there in future. Thank you, the virtual audience. And thank you, filmmakers, for making these amazing films. I know how hard it is to make a film. It is a monumental job, and you, along with the frontline workers in the world today, those who are the heroes, not only the military and the police personals, but the heroes today is being the definition of heroes are changing. And I would say the filmmakers, the people, those who are practitioners of art, are also the heroes, because everybody would like to now have access to subjects and films and books and music which will enrich their life when they are in the house in a quarantine situation. So thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Adil. We are honored to be joined by you this evening or this morning, as the case may be. And yes, you're on time, which is good. We appreciate that a lot. So thank you for joining us. And we wanted to give you a lot of time to speak because of your long running relationship with indiememe.org. So you're well-deserved. You're being overly humble, which is very sweet of you, but we're glad to be in your company. So our next special guest, is a very accomplished independent documentary filmmaker. She's also an activist. She's a film festival curator based in India, and she also shares a very special relationship, just like Adil, with Indie Meme. It was her personal work and a trip actually to Austin in 2012 that led to the idea of Indie Meme in 2013. Her key concern has been documenting cities in transition through the lens of labor, music, and migration, and her most recent reproductive labor. Cinema, verite, and ethnography are the genres that inform her filmmaking. She has fans on every continent. Hey, as someone who's performed on all 7 continents, I appreciate that. I actually pulled that off. I traveled with API. I don't know if you know the group API, the Indian Doctors. I hitched a ride with those guys, and we went to Antarctica, South America, then Antarctica, which was fantastic, super fun. Performed for a bunch of penguins. So a brown guy performing for a black and white audience. What do you want? So I love the fact that she has fans on every continent. She's currently teaching in the film and new media program at New York University in Abu Dhabi, and she joins us from there tonight itself. Please, everybody, welcome Surabhi Sharma.
Just to talk about that one-day trip to Austin in 2012, where I caught up with Alka after years, and she had begun hatching this beautiful plan. So it's actually a great honor to be here today. I have been part of this journey since the very inception. I have watched from afar every festival and every screening happen, and I'm just delighted to be here today. Thank you so much for thinking of calling me over. And in this strange expanded reality, I think this is an affirmation that we can all really form communities across our homes, across all kinds of hardening borders, and possibly, you know, this is the glimmer of hope in these very, very, very dark times. But to come back to Indie Meme, I really want to cherish the fact that over these years, you have engaged with a whole spectrum of independent South Asian filmmakers with a lot of care, with a lot of respect. You have brought the words, the thoughts, the feelings, the stories of so many of us to Austin, not just to Austin, if I remember correctly, even to many other places in Texas. And with very limited resources, very few people, stretched, but with very, very high, broad ambition. So thank you for that. As someone who feels very much a part of this wonderful community, there's so many of my friends here, Nishtha, Pratik, Priya, Anupama Mangloi, who I haven't seen in 20 years, I think, who is on the same panel here, and of course, Alka. So it's really, I think, an online festival like this is a time to really think about the fact that we are in deep trouble. We all know that. We are all in deep trouble. In these very, very dark times, fascist tendencies are on the rise. The films that you choose to engage with are the films that are really giving us both hope and a lens to reflect on where we have gone wrong, where we are losing our humanity, what possible ways in which we can sort of heal hope. I don't know if that even makes sense, but you know, so something like this is, it's just a privilege to be part of. And I don't know if I wrote things down so that I wouldn't go beyond 3 minutes, but now I did not open my document. But really, thank you so much. And thank you to all the filmmakers who've shared your work. We all know how difficult the journey is to bring these films to life. And as Adil mentioned, it's just a privilege to be part of this world where you are all thinking through some very difficult ideas, and more and more it's becoming harder to put those honest ideas out in the world. The pushback is greater. So saluting your courage, and thank you, Indie Meme, for really bringing us all together. Thank you.
We really appreciate those kind words, and Surabhi, you're right about the climate, and that's why art is more important than ever. So we really appreciate those words and that background, and that's fine that you ran a little long. Without you, we would not be here. So if anyone can, that's going to be you, and that was not that long. That was really great. So could we get Prakash? Let's try Prakash Sani one more time.
Yeah, hi. Hello, everyone. हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम प्रकाश सैनी है और मैं एक इंडियन फिल्म मेकर हूँ। मैंने एक फिल्म बनाई है टेल ऑफ राइजिंग रानी। आई होप कि आप सभी ने देखी होगी, और इसके लिए मैं इंडी मैम को थैंक यू कहना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने मेरी इस फिल्म को आप लोगों तक पहुँचाया। इसके साथ ही मेरे प्रोड्यूसर भी इस प्रोग्राम से जुड़े हुए हैं, मिस्टर अशोक कुमार शर्मा, तो मैं उनको भी इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहूँगा।
So let me go ahead now and turn it over to Meghna. I think most of us understood actually what Prakash said so well. But Meghna, make sure you unmute yourself, and if you want to go ahead and translate Prakash's nice words.
Sure. Prakashji, thank you. And for our participants, Prakashji just introduced himself. He is the director for The Tale of Rising Rani, and he's very proud that Indie Meme has showcased his film. He wanted to thank Indie Meme for doing so, as well as wanted to introduce to us his producer, Mr. Ashok Kumar Sharma. So very warm welcome to you, sir.
Great. That was well worth the wait. Thank you, Meghna, for translating, and thank you, Prakash, for your nice words. Let me go ahead and go through the jury. You know, a film festival usually is only as great as the credentials of its jury members, and this is a time to brag. They didn't necessarily want me to go through, well, they didn't ask me to go through all their credentials, but I was so impressed during my research that I'll just recap it really quick before I turn it over to Asad Kirmani. Before I do that, I just want to say that there are 3 categories and 4 awards in those 3 categories that we're going to be covering now. And in the documentary set, we have Ramat Taru. Films are motion pictures. We know that. Films are motion pictures, and she knows pictures. She's a photographer, and you can see her work in countries throughout Asia, throughout South America, where I was, Peru, Bolivia, a lot of other places. So we're going to be really excited to hear from Rama. And Andrew Lee is somebody who is not with us, I don't believe, tonight, maybe, but I don't think so. He began his career after winning $200,000, $210,000 actually, in cash prizes for his films. That's incredible. He co-produced a film called Dealt, and it covered a card player, magician who is one of the greatest in the world and is blind. And it won the Audience Award at South by Southwest for Best Documentary Feature. So really unbelievable credentials there. In the narrative category, we have Celeste Quesada, the creative director, someone who's born and raised in Austin, Texas, been there for 22 years. And if you know any creative people in Austin, she has worked with them, okay? There are too many even to name. I started scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, all right, you know what? It's everybody in Austin, Texas, which is the most creative city in Texas and one of the most creative cities in the world. So great to be a creative director there. And on her team also, part of the juries for narrative films, are Tim Sai. His film Sea Drift actually was covering the arrival of the Vietnamese refugees in Texas. And it's premiering this month on PBS. What else do you have to say? He's got sentences and sentences, and that's the one I had to pull because you have something premiering on PBS. What else do you really need to say? And you have Sandhya Shardanand in post-production on Richard Linklater's latest film. I mean, talk about a Texas legend. We love Richard Linklater's work, and she's worked very closely with him. Had a film at Cannes and a film called Support the Girls at South by Southwest. So, I mean, just her credentials are also impeccable. In the shorts category, we have Asad Kirmani as a writer and director and a psychiatrist. Okay, so you got to really love somebody who gets a medical degree. You know, this is like every parent, like, beta, have backup plan. You know, this is like the ultimate, like, becomes a doctor and a psychiatrist so you can help actors. We're all crazy. Actors and comedians are nuts, okay? So anyone who's an actor or comedian knows what I'm talking about. If you got offended, it's, well, that's, yeah, exactly. We got mental health issues. We take offense to everything. So amazing, amazing work that he actually could deal with actors being a psychiatrist. And not only have his films won awards in the creative world, but also they've been used in medicine. His films have been screened at the American Psychiatric Association meetings, and just unreal things that he's accomplished. We have Greg Davis, has a very, very cool philosophical look on the world. In his bio, he said, "Fate exerts a powerful pull on our lives. And as he knows, it can drag you through the mud before it shows you the light at the end of the tunnel." Born in an East Texas town, so definitely the mud, he's now represented by the National Geographic Image Collection, which has got to be the light. And finally, we have Leng Wang, a producer and artist in Austin, Texas. She's produced over 50 things, whether it's theater, film, live events, and her latest project was producing the People of Color Comedy Festival, the very first of its kind, in Texas in 2019, just last year. And she was also the executive producer for the Austin Asian American Film Festival, the AAAFF. A lot of alliteration there, who successfully brought the festival back to Austin in 2014. So you really, really got to love the people who have been judging the films. You're in very good hands. So without further ado, let me start with the shorts jury. I'm going to welcome Asad Kirmani.
All right. Well, thank you for that. And you're absolutely right about my psychiatric training coming in handy working with actors. You're spot on about that. Anyhow, I'd like to say on behalf of my fellow jurors, Leng Wang and Greg Davis, that it was both an honor and a pleasure to take part in this year's event and to have the opportunity to encounter the quality films in this year's short film category. And they were, we'll just recap them, The Booth, directed by Rohin Urmila Nair, Forbidden Tikka Masala, directed by Rahul Chaturvedi. I hope I'm still here. I think I am. Yes, Rahul Chaturvedi. Cobalt Blue, directed by Ong Fo. Katakar, directed by Hira Shiraz. Buma, directed by Debatma Mandal. Glitch, directed by Shubham Yogi. Maya, directed by Vikas Chandra. Meal, directed by Abiru Basu. And Timekeeper, directed by Sohil Vadia. And so without further ado, for its outstanding direction and pitch-perfect performances of challenging material that takes an unflinching look at the current political milieu in India through the lens of one family's intergenerational trauma, the winner of the Best Short Film Jury Award for the 5th Indie Meme Film Festival goes to Meal, directed by Abiru Basu. Congratulations. I invite you to have a few words.
Abiru, if you're here, unmute yourself. Please accept your award.
Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for choosing the film. I think it's something. I think cinema should always reflect the times that we're living in, and this is my small effort at trying to do that. And I would really like to thank the jury and all my team members who made this film possible, and also especially Adil sir, who was a mentor, who was a guide for the entire journey of the film. So really great. I mean, thank you so much, Indie Meme Festival, Shweta, for having us this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Abirup. Congratulations. And we really appreciate that, Asad. Thank you for presenting that award and giving us some background on all the other films. Congratulations to all the entrants there. And I'd like to now turn it over to Rama Thiru to announce the winning film and provide some background in the documentary category. Oh, you might want to unmute yourself, please. That's fine. Unless it's a silent film.
That
We've
would be
added a
easy,
category,
right?
silent film.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Rama, and congratulations, Indie Meme team, for making this festival a great success. My fellow juror, Andrew Lee, and I've been delighted to be part of this event. Andrew, unfortunately, couldn't join us tonight. We watched the two documentaries, Auntie Sudha and Auntie Radha, and the second one, Coral Woman. In the documentary, Auntie Sudha and Auntie Radha, we loved how the director has portrayed the social and cultural settings of these affluent sisters in rural India. Storytelling is simple and to the point, very natural filming, sound effects and lightings are really good. Sisters' positive attitude towards life is shown very well through their interest in food, clothing, surroundings, and very enjoyable to watch. There is no self-pity in their situations, and the monetary exchange of services rendered to cook, gardener, watchman, maid, blur, and the true caring for each other as human beings comes to the forefront. The problems of the elderly is addressed as not only a rural topic and also as a relevant national global problem. The second documentary, Coral Woman, research, analysis, and interpretation of the topic is very good. Storytelling is excellent and truly educational. The topic is significant in historical and research context. The entry also reflects the causes and consequences of environmental events and the relationship of local topic to larger national and global perspective. The introduction of the movie is beautiful, and Umamani's determination to learn swimming to dive is a very powerful beginning for the documentary. Uma's slow transition from a housewife and an artist to an activist is done very well. It is very impactful to see her quiet determination. Uma becoming an educator and environmentalist is truly powerful. Her interactions with the local communities and scientists alike shows off her strong personality. In the final scene, Uma's teaching students environmental preservation through her videos and paintings are so powerful that the viewer wants to see how and where she is now after the documentary ends. That anticipation is really motivational. Therefore, we think it deserves the award. So the winner of the Best Documentary Film Jury Award for the 5th Indie Meme Film Festival goes to Coral Woman, directed by Priya Thuvaseri. Congratulations, Priya, and congratulations, Uma. Thank you.
Thank you, Indie. Thanks, jury. Thanks for having us here. Uma is also joining us today. When the pandemic happened and the lockdown happened, it was a lot of tension and worry, especially for independent filmmakers like us, where we are leading, where this is taking us, when will we back to a theater, share our film, talk to audience. So there were a lot of questions, and at that moment, Indie Meme approached and said, we are going virtual. I remember asking Shweta in the beginning, how is it happening? Like, are there audience, are there people out there to watch the film? But I think after the screening, the Q&A came, and it was a new experience as a filmmaker. I think, now what happens to me, like if the takeaway for me from Indie Meme is definitely that, the future is changing. The way we are going to watch our documentaries are changing. So definitely that's gonna influence our filmmaking in the future. It's such an honor to be here. This is my first virtual film festival experience, and it's such an honor to accept an award at such a festival. If Uma want to join, say something, that would be really great, because I would like to share this award with her. Uma?
Uma's putting on her scuba diving mask.
Hi. Thank you, Indie Meme, and thank you, Priya. I'm so happy. It's an honor. And seeing Adil sir, yeah, I'm so happy to see all of you. Thank you so much. I don't know.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Could we get a big round of applause, everybody, for the documentary winners? That is really awesome. So congratulations also to Priya. I think it was a sign. My wife and I were going for a walk, and this is, I'm not making this up, a few hours ago in a parking lot, we saw a Prius almost hit another Prius, and we thought, wow, a couple of Priya. So there you go. That was a sign, you know. The plural of the Prius car is Priya. So it was meant to happen. I'm not making that up. Okay. Finally, the last category. We have 2 awards actually. There, I would invite Celeste Quesada from the narrative jury, and she's going to be presenting a special mention as well as a winner. So please take it away, Celeste.
Hi there, everyone. First of all, I just have to say congratulations to Indie Meme. This is, you know, a film festival is so hard to pull off, and in 2020, it's especially difficult going virtual. So it's incredible to see all these beautiful faces and such talent and international time zones. So congratulations, what an honor to be part of the jury. So I am Celeste Quesada, along with my fellow jurors, Sandia, Shardadan, and Tim Sai. We've been delighted to be part of this event. They couldn't join me tonight with making this presentation. They had some other obligations. So also, please forgive my poor pronunciation. I will do my very best sincerely. This was tough. The narrative category was very difficult. We loved all the films. We discussed all the fabulous qualities of all the films. And so we have a special mention award because it was just so difficult. So we would like to give The Tale of Rising Rani a special mention. So I don't know if we want the director to speak at this time, or I know it's late for some of us and very early for others. So I will.
Prakash can come and speak if.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. सच में ये पल मेरे लिए बहुत ही खुशी का पल है और डेफिनेटली ये अवार्ड जो है मुझे बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ शेयर करना है, जैसे कि मेरे कलाकार जिन्होंने कड़ी धूप में रह के मेरे साथ लगे रहे और पूरी मेहनत से अपना 100% दिया। मेरा छोटा सा क्रू 5 लोगों का जिन्होंने मेरी हर बात माने, लाइक कभी भी कोई शिकायत नहीं की, और खास तौर से एक फैमिली महेश और उसकी पूरी फैमिली जिन्होंने मेरी फिल्म में एक्टिंग भी की, वो छोटे छोटे से बच्चे। सच में मतलब कि ये फिल्म नहीं, ये मतलब मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी चीज है और ये अवार्ड जो मिला है ये बहुत खुशी हो रही है मुझे। और मेरे प्रोड्यूसर जिन्होंने मुझ पे और मेरी स्टोरी पे बिलीव किया और मुझे बिना कोई दखलंदाजी के ये फिल्म बनाने का मौका दिया। तो एक बार मैं फिर से इंडी मेम को थैंक यू कहना चाहूंगा कि मेरी फिल्म को उन्होंने इस लायक समझा और आप लोगों तक पहुंचाया, जिससे मैं आज आप सबके साथ में हूं और अपनी फिल्म के बारे में कह सकता हूं। थैंक यू सो मच इंडी मेम एंड ऑल, इतने प्यार के लिए।
So just to quickly translate for our other participants, Prakash is extremely happy to receive this award, and he would like to share this with his actors that have worked extremely hard and helped him get to the end product. His crew of 5 people that never complained and kept working tirelessly. Mahesh and family, all the young kids that worked out in the sun throughout the filming. He says it's not just a film, but this award is really a big thing and the film means a lot to him. He also wants to thank his producers, his producer who not only believed in the story, but did not even interfere in anything that Prakash wanted to do and how he envisioned the film to be. Which is what the end product was. He wants to thank Indie Meme and the jury for this award and recognition.
Wonderful. Many congratulations and thank you. Now at this time, I probably should have done this first, but there are 5 narrative features and I would like to honor all of them. The Ib Aleu The Orphanage, the Amis, and of course the Tale of Rising Rami and Bombay Rose. So hopefully you can see these images on your screen, and again, all incredible, gorgeous films. So congratulations to everyone. Before I announce the Best Narrative Feature Jury Award for the 5th Annual Indie Meme Film Festival, and that goes to The Orphanage. So congratulations to Banu Sadat. We would love, we just felt like such incredible storytelling, beautiful technical aspects to the film, and really profound social relevance, moved us, and I will keep it short, but from the bottom of our hearts, many, many congratulations. Please say a few words.
Be sure you're unmuted.
Oops.
Is Shahir unmuted, everybody? Shahir Banu?
I think we have to make sure that you're clicked there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yes, super. Sorry. Thank you very much. I feel very proud and understood. It's 5:30 and I will go to bed happy.
That's great. Thank you, Shahir, and congratulations to you. And Celeste, thank you very much for heading up the last category there and handling both of those awards. I want to say congratulations to all of the winners. Celeste, do you have anything to add, or are you pretty good to go?
Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And really, what a profound time. We will not forget 2020. We thought 2019 was kind of crazy, but we didn't know what was going to happen with 2020. So everyone stay happy and healthy and keep creating. Now is a time for our storytellers and our artists more than ever before. So the best to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Celeste. I echo that. And we want to thank all the films, all the entrants, the winners. And even if you didn't win, your film was definitely better than Plandemic. I watched that. So I could tell you for sure. You know, I knew Plandemic was not going to be great when in the first minute, the filmmaker misspelled filmmaker. Honestly, go watch it. He literally spells filmmaker wrong. I'm like, you know what? This is going to be a disaster. I watched 1917 last year, one of the best films to come out last year. It almost won the Oscar. They were going to make a sequel called 1918, but given the fact that the Spanish flu came out the same year, they've decided to shelve that. They're not going to make a 1918 this year. And I'm not, you know, we don't want to blame anyone for coronavirus. There's a lot of that happening here in the States, of blaming Asian countries. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm going to say is that Parasite won Best Picture, and 2 weeks later we got coronavirus. I'm not saying it's necessarily an Asian thing. I'm just saying that China gives us the disease and India gives us the doctors to cure it. You know, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm watching all of these panel shows, the political shows, and you know, it'll be like a white host and 3 brown people who are doctors on this thing. It's amazing. This is what happens when 3 million Desis come to the United States and force their kids to be doctors. See, that's how you get a psychiatrist who also makes films. So that is very possible, Assad, for you to do that, which we appreciate. I wanted to close it out with a couple of announcements real quick. I want to really thank the jury. Wanted to say congratulations to all the winning films, all the entrants, all the filmmakers and the teams and people who got up early to join us, whether you're on time or late or early. We appreciate your being here. The Audience Choice Award actually is going to be announced on May 11th, the 11th of May. That's tomorrow, on social media and also on our website. A physical award will be shipped to all the winners soon, whenever we can get the mail back up and running again. And want to remind you, you can become a member of Indie Meme. I know a lot of people here are because you're joining us, but let your friends know for $35 a year, they can join indiememe.org. They get 20% off every event. They get to meet the makers. They get advanced ticket purchase. So go to indiememe.org and join us. And I hope you appreciated the fact that I wore my Austin, my orange. I had my Austin mug there for you guys. I was trying to get into the groove here a little bit. This is a tough time for artists everywhere. So I really want to thank the team for having me. I'm at Funny Indian on Instagram. I'm funnyindian.com. I'm available to do events. And without further ado, again, I want to say congratulations to everybody. And I want to turn it over to Alka and Tripti. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Rajiv. Can we just unmute ourselves, everybody, for just 5 seconds and give Rajiv a round of applause for keeping us all together. Hey. Great job. Thank you. And I would need to ask you all to mute yourself, otherwise Ananya will kill me. It's not that we don't like listening from you. We love it. We love it. Makes us all feel alive. But it's just there is so much background noise. So thank you for appreciating that. My name is Alka Bhanot, and I'm one of the co-founders of Indie Meme and the Indie Meme Film Festival. It's been an exceptionally incredible 2 weekends. Raise your hands if anybody's done a virtual film festival before. Yes, we scored. This is good. So, Tripti, you there? I don't see you.
Hi, I'm right here. My name is Tripti Bhatnagar. I am the co-founder with Alka of Indie Meme Film Festival. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and congratulations to all the filmmakers who've joined us this year. 2020 for sure had its share of challenges for us and for everyone else, I'm sure. But I think we did good, and a big shout out to our Indie Meme community for supporting all our efforts.
Thank you. Yes, and you know, the 5th year, when we started planning for it, was of course going to be a super special year. It's a landmark year. You know, you're a young company. You're finding your footing initially, and as the festival grows, you think, wow, 5th year is going to be a big one, and then boom, we have to cap all our planning. And you know, 3 weeks later, we are putting up the first ever virtual film festival. So it's a truly special event for us. Not just the 5th film festival, but also like the first virtual. I don't know if there are many more. Tripti?
Yeah, this is particularly also remarkable because as out of all the social limitations that all of us are facing right now, there is an opportunity that has emerged in terms of the Indie Meme virtual theater. The festival is just the beginning. Now we are even more committed to bringing the community together through our virtual theater screenings and interactive sessions with all the awesome independent filmmakers. We would like to take a moment here to thank all of you who are here and around the world, to have the courage to follow your heart against all odds. Thank you for creating content that expands perspectives, challenges thoughts, questions life, enriches souls, and nudges the audience to look beyond. And thank you for trusting Indie Meme to share it with the world.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And thank you to our amazing team doing this. And I think everybody gets it now because you've been with us for 2 weekends and you know how this works like a drill every time, and you get your links in the email. You get your Audience Choice Award links, then you get your communication for the next day, and while you're on Zoom with us, it's a drill again. And so it's just an absolutely incredible team who has adapted to this new environment beautifully with great commitment and heart. So as we transition out to be advisory board members, I think we couldn't be leaving this organization and festival in better hands. So this makes my heart really happy with how and what we've achieved this festival.
Yes, I so agree with Alka that, we've truly been blessed through all these 7 years of Indie Meme and 5 years of Indie Meme Festival to have exceptional support in terms of volunteers, the community, audiences, members, everybody that has come in. And we've built this, indie film community of global audiences. So we are really proud where Indie Meme is standing today. And as Alka said, that as she and I, we transition out of the board this year, we are so thankful to have an extremely strong volunteer team. The entire board is volunteer, and they are going to take on the Indie Meme's mission under the guidance of President Anemone Jose. Ani, Alka, and I can't thank you enough for all you've done in the past 1 year.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is the time to unmute and please, I must insist everybody give a round of applause to this amazing, amazing person who has held a team together, held an organization together, and done it amazingly, amazingly. You know, we've always thought of how did he get this kind of time? I mean, when did he sleep? Did he sleep? You got an email from him at 3. I got one at 6. What's going on? And he has a full-time job. You know, so it's just been phenomenal. And thank you. This would not have been possible without you for sure. We're handing it over to you now.
Thank you both, Alka and Trupti. I am almost embarrassed. You can see me blushing now. All right. Before we wrap up, Alka and Trupti aptly said this cannot happen without the help of all these volunteers. So we have the entire board working on this tirelessly for weeks. And in fact, this preparation started back in November. And all the filmmakers, we are really thankful for you to come over here, at odd hours. I'm, happy for the winners, but I'm also, just to give a perspective to the people who didn't win, don't feel bad about it because you are winners. Just by being here, to give you a perspective of how we selected these movies, we went through 81 feature films to shortlist those 5 films you saw on the screen. We went through 23 documentaries to select 2 of them. We went through 87 shorts to select 9 of them. So you are all winners. In my mind, there is no difference between the winner of tonight versus any one of you. You are all official selection in the main film festival. So congratulations. Before I wrap this up, I also wanted to thank the entire board. But before I do that, I want to name a few volunteers who were outstanding in their, in the help they provided to run this festival. In random order, Siddharth Kumar, Sachin Dheeraj, thank you for being our programming volunteers. You did an outstanding job. If you're here, unmute yourself. Plus, just say, hi. Wave your hand.
Hello.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity, you all. It was such a pleasure to be part of this team.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me move on to the next set of volunteers. We have Shivani Mittal, Maya Sharma, Sahar Ali, Carl Webb, Mahesh Nair, Jim Phillips. If any of you are here, you've did an incredible job supporting our marketing and PR efforts. We are always indebted to you. If you're here, please unmute yourself. Let's give a round of applause to all of you. Okay, if you're not here, the one person I really want to thank is, and Ananya would agree, is Renata Maraj. Renata, if you're here, please unmute yourself, say hello.
I think she just had to step out, Annie.
All right, thank you. All right, so I would, before I thank the board, I just want to remind everyone that we still have one more award to give out. And that is probably the most important award that is decided by you, the audience. Audience Choice Awards being the prestige of Indian Film Festival since its beginning. And so you get to decide that. The last film you saw today, Ibali, you must have already received an email giving you a link for a survey to vote for this. You already voted for the other 5 films. Please remember to vote for this. And I would like to introduce the board. Let's start with Ashi. Please unmute yourself, say hello. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashi Morales. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Outreach Committee, and I am so thankful and grateful to be a part of Indie Meme, and so glad that all of you filmmakers and everyone in the film community and everyone who joined us in this film festival is here today. Thank you.
Ananya, go ahead, please.
Hi everyone, I'm sure you must have seen me being the dictator of this show here and muting you all when it gets too long, and I am sorry for doing that, but it has been so wonderful to see all of you come back for the screenings, to see the lovely discussions that we've had during the Q&A with the directors and the shorts audience Q&A. It's just been wonderful to feel like we're part of the festival and we're getting to enjoy the community, even if we're not in the theater all together. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Geetika, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Geetika Tiwari. I also do community outreach for Indie Meme. Every year after the film festival, I always feel very invigorated and excited and ready to take on more challenges. And this year I felt, oh, how will the virtual festival shape up and how will it change? But man, it has really invigorated me. So this was so exciting to put together, and we will be bringing more and more, like Tripti said. So excited to be here.
Thank you. Meghna, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm Meghna Dhal, and I am on the board with Indie Meme. Really, really proud to be here with everyone. I lead the sponsorship chair. So it would be remiss not to thank all our sponsors, our media partners, our friends of festivals. And if you have any questions, especially for our viewers on how to become friends of festival, please make sure that you can email at info@indiememe.org. I would be happy to address any questions there. Really want to thank everyone that has been able to help out and make this festival a reality.
Thank you. Pallavi?
Hi guys, my name is Pallavi. Thank you so much for coming to this virtual film festival and making it a huge, huge success. I'm one of the board of directors and virtual theater director. Just want to say thank you. You guys made it. You guys made us feel very proud and happy to host you with this. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks. Ramdas, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Ramdas Menon. I'm the treasurer of Indie Meme, and I work with a wonderful team who put together this festival. I want to thank all the people who watched the movies and who voted. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll have an audience award final results disseminated. Thank you.
Ruby?
Hi, I'm Ruby Sanchez. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for bearing with us during like technical glitches and like human error. Like I had one job to do and I couldn't figure out how to unmute. But thank you all for being patient with us and for joining us. And thank you for all the work that the team has done, the board members, the filmmakers, the audience, the sponsors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we have Supriya, our awesome marketing chair. She has a special announcement to make.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Supriya Kinney. I'm the marketing chair. And if all of you have been seeing those social media posts going out everywhere on Facebook, that's me and my team. And I just want to say it's been an honor, absolutely an honor for me and my team to research the work that the filmmakers have been doing. You inspire us with your stories and you give us the drive to go ahead and share the work that you do. Thank you so much. A quick one, we have a special contest that we announced, as special as our virtual festival this year, and that's IMFF in your living room, because everybody was going to be in their living rooms, so we figured take a snapshot, post it on social media, tag us so that we can spread the work, word on the work that all of you do so beautifully. And the winner that I want to announce very excitedly is a long-term Indie Meme community member, and that is Varsha Grogan. Varsha, if you're here, just wave.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much. You win a $100 gift card from one of our food sponsors. So, you can order in a romantic dinner, just chill at home with your family. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Varsha, don't forget to invite us.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
This
is awesome. Absolutely.
Thank you. And we have Swas. first five. Shweta, can you go, please?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Shweta Rajesh, the Programming Director of IMFF. This festival is not possible without the programming team. So I really want to give a big shout out to my volunteers, Siddharth and Sachin, for helping out, and of course, the entire board. Thank you to the audience for making this festival successful. Last but not the least, the amazing filmmakers who shared their films with us. Thank you so much. A big, big thank you to Tripti, Alka, Ani, Ruby. You're all so awesome. So thank you so much for being a part of my team. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Last but not least, our awesome tech chair, outgoing tech chair, Vandana Naik.
Hi everyone, my name is Vandana Naik. I'm the outgoing tech chair for Indie Meme. And what a year it's been, what a festival it's been. We've had a lot of adjustments to make, and Ananya, who's the current tech chair, has done such an amazing job just making sure that the virtual film festival went off as smoothly as it did. Thank you so much, Ananya. And thanks to all the filmmakers, thanks to our audience. We hope you enjoyed this year's programming and this year's festival.
All right, thank you. And this is the part where, you know, everyone can unmute yourself and have a conversation. You know, this is a no format, no restrictions. Everyone come on, unmute yourselves, enjoy, celebrate this festival.
Congratulations to you all. You did a great job.
Thank you, thank you.
Woohoo. Rajiv, we want to see the shots. Stand back.
He left.
Rajiv said.
Rajiv left.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
He just left. Yes, he just. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Have a glass of wine. That's what he's texting me.
Yeah, we all need that. Like, I badly need one.
Really, Annie?
Bye, Alka.
This is the time.
That's it. That's it.
That is it. Anyone has a final word? I would give the mic back to you.
I want to say I love the film festival, the virtual aspect of it, but I really miss the audience participation and being in a room and with the dark screen and everybody clapping together, laughing together, all of that. So if I had a choice, I would still do it in the theater, but this is a very good second alternative. Thank you.
Varsha, us too. We are so missing it. But this is the next best thing to do.
I feel like I'm going to get withdrawal symptoms tomorrow. I'm so happy seeing people, even if it's on a computer screen, that tomorrow I'll go back to nobody again.
I can set up a Zoom call.
Let's just make a 7 o'clock Zoom call every night. Somebody show up, please.
I think by habit.
Thank you guys for inviting me, and I really enjoyed this. The first time I lived through an award ceremony, which is amazing, wonderful, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Adil.
Thank you, Adil.
Thank you.
I don't have my screen on.
Thank
I
you.
just want to say one last word. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, there are going to be documentaries on PBS on Asian Americans. So please watch it. And then on 18th, there is going to be a webinar talking about special achievements and issues that Asian Americans face. And I will send you the information.
My only last point at the very end, I'm supposed to say thank you and goodbye, you know, like with everybody. But I want to eat my food before it gets cold. Guess you do too.
Ashwin, thank you for sharing that. Is there a Zoom call after that to be a part of to talk about the documentaries?
No, it is on PBS. It is on PBS. It starts at 7 o'clock our time.
I brought it to you while I'm still talking.
Yeah. So Monday and Tuesday, 2 days.
We still have quite a lot of people left. So why don't everyone who's still here start sharing their experience? And
can you microwave these plates?
What
are you eating, Ashi?
Is Sean still here?
Yes.
I love your background.
Thank you. I know. I should have told you to eat it while you were, when I brought it. I took a lot of effort in, I tried different things, and I had this Lion King background, which I think was not appropriate for the show. So I thought I'll do something different. And so, okay. So I just wanted to give feedback. I really enjoyed the show. Being a little bit introvert, I prefer this virtual thing where I can stay in my messy room and have this virtual background and just enjoy the show, so, and then ask questions. So I sincerely hope that you can have at least 1 or 2 virtual shows, and definitely I will come to the theaters also. So it was a very good experience for me, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, Sean, you have to come to the live one. You have no choice. You're an integral part of the indie meme community now. If you don't show up, it's like, where is Sean?
So I expected 5 minutes early, just like in the Zoom calls.
Actually, I blame that to my my clock downstairs, which is kind of running like late. So I go down and I say, oh, I got 5 more minutes, and then I come back and it's already late. So I had to go fix my clock. I think
You can go to the clockmaker. What was it?
Yeah,
Timekeeper.
I need to talk with the timekeeper. Yes.
Yeah.
But Sean, thank you so much for dressing up for the party tonight. I think.
Yeah, I just focus on the top. Just that.
He has shorts under there.
We are all together in that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sean chose a virtual background matching with his top, right? So.
Yeah, that's what I contrasted it. So thank you, appreciate it. I know this is an artistic community, so I'm sure you'll appreciate this. So thank you so much.
I also want to just quickly share with all the filmmakers and the community what the experience for us has been putting this together a little bit. The stories that you all share and make these films. Truly, in these times where we are at home, sometimes listening to media, mainstream media, and thinking, oh my God, what's happening to the world? We've, watched your films and, read the articles and kind of had a peek literally at your hearts, to know why you guys are doing this. It's been such a pleasure for us. It's brought us together, Indie Meme, all of us, we've been sharing, saying, oh my God, imagine this is the film. What was the thought process? And then going through the Q&A with so many of you. Really, thank you. Thank you. We are really looking forward to many more films from all of you. That's what keeps us going. And the community has come together. So just wanted to say that. Thank you.
I think I'll plug in a little bit for the Dallas viewers. This was, of course, we have the film festival in Austin every year, but the virtual has given our Dallas viewers an opportunity to watch the festival come to life, even though it was virtual. The community really appreciated extending it this time. So online's made it possible, one of the virtues of going online versus actually being in the theater, which is yet another experience. So thank you for that.
Sachin, it's lovely to see you finally.
It's lovely to see you all, actually.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I've never met Sachin, but he was in my team, so that was so awesome.
I was so sorry.
There last year, Sweta. Oh, right.
This whole month has been super crazy. I have to submit a paper in a few days. So just trying to work on that.
Awesome, but thank you for joining us.
No, this was great. Thanks so much, you all.
Did all of you vote already for Ibaleu? Please don't forget.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. No. We'll do that. Dallas people didn't miss I-35?
I was telling Tripti and Alka, and I don't know how many times I've said this, I think this was the best festival. I love the virtual part. You don't have to worry about what to wear. Pack your clothes and, go to Austin for 5 days, leave your family, no cooking, no nothing. And you're all like zombies by the second day anyway.
What was Sid's comment? Sorry, Sid, I missed the question.
Didn't you miss I-35?
Oh, okay.
No one misses I-35.
I
So
don't
much construction going
I
on.
can do one more film, virtual film festival. I don't know. I'm tired of muting and unmuting constantly.
That was the best one.
Okay, Ananya, your background's pretty cool. But I want you to sit up a little bit or stand, because right now you're lying down on the red carpet. You need to be walking the.
It's a cool look.
It took her
After all the work she's done, she's tired now.
It took her
She can't
six.
stand up anymore.
It took her 2 weekends to figure out a virtual background. Fine.
I know.
So hey guys, this is for everyone else. This is an open forum. Feel free to unmute yourself and share your experiences. I see Poonam's here. Surbi is still here. Chan is there. Brad is there. So please feel free to unmute yourself and share anything if you have.
And we still have Pratik and Prakash.
It's an open forum.
And so many of our filmmakers.
Does there.
Yeah, the reason is to talk over the other person who's talking. Let's have some fun.
If you were in Austin, we would have taken you out for a party right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get your drinks out. Somewhere it is night tonight, so please don't feel shy.
So I had a question for Alka and Tripti. You all mentioned that you're going to leave the board. So what is the deal? I mean, I didn't understand. Are you going to be part of Indie Meme, or are you go take care of your husbands or family, or? I'm not. So I was just curious, when you mentioned that outgoing, what does that mean?
John, let's not put it in a way that we've been ignoring them all these 7 years. That won't be fair.
I've been told a different story, Tripti. I'm not going to go there, but the story from the husband side is very, very different.
Hey, I just want to jump in real quick. This is my second indie meme, thanks to Ramdas. He cajoled, it wasn't hard, I don't think, to get me to come to the first one last year, because I am a film lover. And I've seen lots and lots of films from lots and lots of countries, but I am just so consistently impressed. And, I think every time we do one of these forums, I make a comment about how well curated I think this film festival is, but it couldn't be so well curated if there weren't such high quality films to curate. So I'm just super impressed with the quality. I mean, I just kind of I just don't know why everybody's not coming to this film festival. And I just think of so many people who aren't here. So I'm going to do my part in trying to spread the word between this year and next year. So looking forward to next year, and however it ends up occurring, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my God, that was such a beautiful feedback. Yeah. We would love that in an email if you don't mind, because it will help us with our grant submission.
Sure, of course.
And I think, Supriya, you need to send Chan some cookies.
I would be happy to.
Find out where she lives and send her some cookies, because she's going to get you more people for the festival next year.
Hi, Chan. Nice to meet you.
We really, really appreciate your feedback.
Thank you.
Absolutely. This
Well,
makes our day, because this is the whole purpose of why we are here. And, on behalf of the filmmakers, we'll say thank you, because we are just a platform that is, communicating their work. And you're absolutely right. I think we've watched, and the programming team has watched, so many more brilliant films that, like Ani said earlier, to choose any of them and to curate the festival in itself is a big win. There is only a handful that we can show, but I think with the new Indie Meme virtual theater initiative that we are trying, we should be able to, probably get a lot more in than we could earlier in the real theater scenario. So yeah,
great work. I'm sure y'all are exhausted, but really it's definitely, it shows, your work shows, and it's appreciated. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, I think
you're down to one screen.
I am.
We are down to one screen on Zoom.
Oh yeah. Okay.
People with video.
It's Sunday night. Everybody went back. Nobody wants to party.
Yeah.
Work tomorrow.
Understandable. Like we still have some regular people here. Brad is here, and Megha Vyas is here.
Hey, I just wanted to say that y'all did an incredible job this year, like kind of charting, navigating uncharted waters in a way with taking this all virtual. And, for my part, I kind of saw some of the behind the scenes.
She saw all of the behind the scenes.
All the behind some of the chaos that was very much masked. The time anyone in the audience who saw, but just the dedication and just like the amazing work that you all did to make this come together and be, I thought just as special as one of the in-person IMFFs. So y'all did an incredible job. And really be applauding yourselves.
Such a sweet comment. So now you know that there is a method to this madness. Right?
But I have been forcing her to watch every movie.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've seen every movie this year.
Oh, that's
honestly, spacing it out over 2 weekends has made that possible because I just, didn't have the stamina last year to watch 3 movies in a row. But this year I'm just like, 1, maybe 2 movies a night. I got
So you're sold to volunteer now? Can we recruit you right away?
We'll see about next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be there anyway.
Yeah, you need to work on her, girl.
I mean, as long as I'm getting my drinks, I feel good.
Yeah, I've been pouring a lot of drinks.
I'm not going to put it.
Last couple of weeks.
I agree. That's more important, Ananya. She should feed you and bring you the drinks while you do the job, right? If she starts working as well, then there's going to be no food.
It'll be me going like, someone, where is my liquid courage?
Yeah. And the theater, we use her to locate Ananya, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like I'm the
I'll only look.
We are giving out
Can-
secrets to others now.
Can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I don't have my camera on. I have all the screenings projected on a wall. That's kind of how I was able to bring the film festival experience into my home.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm actually in the process of writing a final paper about South by Southwest and how they tried to bring their film festival online. And I feel like, you guys just did such a better job with the entire process. Like, I mean, I was worried I wouldn't even have a paper because, South by, they just put everything on Prime and, all right, well, I guess we're done. There's the festival. It's online now. But, you guys really found a way to kind of, some things don't work as well if you could have had it in a theater, but in a lot of ways, this was almost like a better festival. It has a very, maybe not the best way to kind of, meet everybody that's involved and in the community, like via Zoom like this, but it was great. Yeah. Thank you for all of your hard work.
Thank you so much, Brad. And now it's time to pivot. Your paper.
Yeah, Brad, we need that paper.
I was going to say, can we make it to your paper?
Could learn.
Oh, well, I mean, I mean, comparisons will be made.
Actually, okay.
We'll end up looking pretty good, I think.
That is huge, Brad. That is really huge. And we have to tell you that you were in a lot of ways our guide to the pre-screening, because when Brad comes in means it's time for us to start our pre-screening.
Oh, really?
People for every pre-screen who used to be there waiting. So thank you for that cue. And we will look forward to that paper. How is it? I mean, can we get in touch with you to get a look at it, or you can send it to us?
Well, so it's kind of 2 things in one. The first paper is just a typical like term paper for a class at the end of the semester. But I'm also writing a film festival review for a journal in Europe. I, to be honest, cannot remember the name of it right now. However, they do like film festival reviews and other kinds of reviews, maybe geared more towards an academic audience. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure my review will kind of be a comparison between the two. Like, how do you do a film festival in these times? How do you still engage the local community? and I feel like, the comparisons to be made between how, South by and you guys each kind of approach this problem, I think, there's a lot to be said.
Oh my God,
So-
that is absolutely wonderful. And if you need any help, you need to talk to any of the team members, please feel free to reach out. And we would be, glad to help you.
Sure, thank you.
Hey,
Also,
Brad.
South
Hey,
by
Brad.
Southwest is so large that it's tough for them to do what we do. We're already like a much smaller community. We
Right.
kind of are pretty close to a lot of our members. As you can see now, we know you guys, and you're like part of that whole indie meme family. And I think South by is just a super large beast. There isn't any.
Yeah.
It's hard to do this with 20,000 people.
Yeah, it's corporate.
But also, do you have any data on how many movies backed out for South by Southwest?
I believe it was 95%. That's
Oh,
what I
wow.
read. Because I mean, trying to write about how it went online, so
Right.
little of it went online. So much
Yeah.
of it is like the media coverage of how it didn't go well. So
Right.
I mean, yeah. But definitely, I agree that it's orange and apples really in a lot of
Right.
ways. But at the same time, what is a film festival supposed to be for? What is it supposed to be about? Is it supposed to be about a given place and fostering a community and an appreciation for cinema in a place? Or is it supposed to be about some big corporate kind of project, So I don't know, I enjoyed Indie Meme, and, I didn't really know what to expect with the films that were going to be screened, but it was very exciting and impressive, and to see everything and be able to, hear all of the filmmakers come and speak to us. Like it was a great experience.
That's so lovely to hear, Brad. Thank you.
Yep, that is such a lovely comment. Can you send an email at least for now?
Yeah,
Send
sure.
us-
I'll be in touch with you guys.
some feedback on email, which will, like Tripti said, it'll help us in all our post-festival reporting and marketing and everything.
Right. Brad, I mean, we are a non-profit and we are all volunteers here. Everybody whom you see on the board is volunteering their time in putting this together on the board, on the team. So it's just so important and critical to have this back in. It means more than what you think it does.
Oh no, I totally understand, and like for full total disclosure, like my research area is like film festivals. That's kind of what I focus on as an academic, and so typically that's more like Chinese film festivals. I used to live in China and Japan, but I ended up meeting Ruby not too long ago through a professor that we both work with, and then that's how I found out about this. And but definitely the kind of support of academic institutions is also one more thing that can really help events like this. And so I definitely like to try to build up and explore those kind of partnerships and synergies. But I'm just a grad student at this point, but it's something to try to help promote and keep in mind. So
great. Are we ready to wrap, Anil?
Yes, let's give ourselves a round of applause. I think
Let's make some noise.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, and let's
We were
wrap it
trying
up.
to clap for the filmmakers. How come it was not showing up like the audio? Because everybody kept saying nobody's clapping, but I thought everybody was
No,
clapping.
we were clapping, and I think the audio was not. I think it needs like 10 seconds before it decides to switch over.
Yeah.
You can clap virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to they need to hear us.
Thapper.
Honeymoon.
Thapper.
Next time we'll play a clap track.
We'll get a clap track.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
We should. Nobody heard it. I played in the
that.
first, like the shorts. I did a video and I played it. That's it.
Couldn't hear it.
Maybe it doesn't. The video itself was 10 seconds, so by the time it picks up, it doesn't.
I think I did hear for the shots, though. I did hear something.
Yeah. Okay.
Because she
feel
was
good.
going to mute you, Tripti. She thought, what are you doing? She was going to mute you.
You were in the mute radar.
Powers from
You were in the mute radar, yeah.
You were in the mute radar. Like,
Queen.
All right.
So if you guys watched Matrix, you know what this means, right?
Oh,
Do it again?
Yes.
he's taken off the headset.
Oh, out of
It's over.
Stop being an agent.
Stop being an agent. I know. Go away.
You'll still get an email at 3 a.m. Don't worry.
Nobody is looking for that. Not dead.
Ignore.
All right, guys. I think we need to wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
This meeting. Bye.
Next time.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
This week there is lots of work. Grant report has to be filed. Review has to
Pratik, you're back.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Can somebody mute Tripti? Mute Tripti, please.
It's okay. Pratik is part of the family now. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Pacha, so
Yes. Pratik, we are waiting for your next film now. Loved it.
Thank you so much.
Pratik, I actually loved the way your film ends. I really did. I thought that whole, him being a part of, going to just get food, like it was, oh gosh, that was just, it made me feel really like you tied it all together with that one scene.
That's what you think again. I'll go back to what I said previously.
You have that noise in the background again. Sorry, that there's a little kit that comes.
You go outside because there's so
No, it may have been.
Is it Alka? Is it better now?
Oh,
much
very
much
good.
better.
So basically, I'll go back to what I was saying right now. The current crisis is not, like they say, crisis doesn't make character, it reveals character. So right now, the crisis is sort of revealing our fault lines in a society and how we've just become so used to the dehumanization. No? Right now, it's a crisis, so we're talking about people going hungry. But it is a very much a part of our everyday reality, the normal that we call it. So that's what sometimes you're engaged with the world around you and some things just fit in. So you really think of how to begin a film and end a film. It's a constant question you keep asking. And there's so many ways of ending a film like this, which is not plot driven like that. But so it's just the madness, the madness around food, the madness around religion, the madness around the story, the plot, the character. It somehow all came together like a lot of things in this film. So yeah, actually it was a lesson for us also just to get back to why we ever liked making films, the magic of possibility and reality and trying to lens it in a way and create fiction out of those things. Good experience.
Pratik, I want to really share something with you that, of course, the time given, is never enough for us to have these conversations. So I could share something so beautifully that you mentioned was how the process of going through the movie. We always look at this very masculine, goal-oriented way of going through a story, right? Or a movie saying, ki iske baad ye hai, then this, then this. It's kind of all chalked out first, and then you make it happen. But what you shared, I cannot even tell you. So what I'm studying on, which is something which we call as the feminine energy, which is very process oriented, right? So it's like you take one step at a time, then you see the next one. So you're not having the burden, and the story reveals itself to you as you go through the process. So you shared that, and I'm not at all surprised. That's why the story was so impactful, so engaging for all of us, because we were feeling that, going through the story with that. And that seems to be the energy now. So I'm really looking forward to your future films as well because of that. I think a lot's going to be revealed. I feel like that. It's going to be a beautiful journey. Thank you.
And that's the beauty of collaboration, I think. The moment there are people who are suggesting, agreeing, disagreeing, fighting about small things, little things, that energy of, it's like playing, playing a sport or doing theater, or, that kind of thing where you're passing, it's not about scoring the goal, those kind of things. And and within that, whatever's being created is just a function of the process you're following. And that process can be unnerving, it can be inefficient, time inefficient, but the value that it adds is something which we tend to forget while making fiction films. The documentary filmmakers still have that engagement. As in fiction, we sort of tend to overlook it in favor of being efficient and being production wise and so on and so forth. Those kind of questions always tend to take over. Yeah, but this has been a real lesson. And again, you were talking about all these films. Somebody was talking films coming out of India. There's some fantastic films floating around right now, and again, made by sheer doggedness of the crews that they're making them. Because the incentivize, what Surbhi was saying, the pushback is more in a strange sense of, we tend to think online has made it easier for diversified content and all that. It's still a long shot away. What the OTT platforms want to push in terms of mainly being the problem being fiction has to be aspirational. I don't know, there's this sense, so we tend to lose out on so many kind of faces, so many kind of spaces in our fiction stories and films. So I think this allowed us to get back to all those, again, the joy of why we went to study filmmaking. What is this? How do you make a film? That juvenile energy was very good. I think it shows also.
So beautifully said. Thank you, Pradeep. Really. So
Thank you for
looking
having
forward.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep, for staying back so late, and not late for you, but late into the game here. You didn't leave. I was about to leave actually, and I saw your face and I said, okay. Because I was moderating, I never got to ask a single question throughout this festival.
Oh God.
So, yeah, but I
hope you got to see the films.
Oh, I saw it multiple times. Believe me, I've seen it at least 3 times now. I also watched it today with my family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's my daughter was she said, oh, I knew this ending before it started. It started with someone hating his job, someone fearing monkeys, and in the end becoming your enemy. You are going through the process of, there are no enemies. You're just being a part of that, what you hated. And so I said, okay, it brings another perspective.
Yeah, great. No, that's the thing, that design we tend to so many times, especially in fiction films, not just films, any series or whatever fiction work, this hero's journey technique is so overpowering that those things have to work out, the crisis, the resolution, the denouement, everything has to be so tight, and so then everything becomes familiar, the premises become familiar, the unfolding of drama, the kind of faces, the kind of scenes. So sometimes you get a chance to play out a scene rather than just execute a scene. And that can only happen when there's absolute faith and trust with the cinematographer, the actors, the sound person. Just for the sound person to say, it's okay, we'll manage sync sound in this. It is liberating. You tend to get this thing of, ye nahi hoga, this can't happen. How can you even think that we can record on road? How can you even conceive a dialogue sequence here? It's just so much fun. You want to do something and then all the energy is going on how to do it. It's not about this can't happen, this has to happen. Those kind of desperate energy. Again, I'm going back to that playfulness is what keeps us going. Otherwise, it can get tedious.
Yeah, and I love the I don't know whether you meant to use trains and railway track as a metaphor, but you used so often that I'm convinced that you intended to use trains and railway tracks as a dividing factor. I've lived in Delhi, but I don't think I've seen those places. They're probably well hidden. I've seen all the beautiful parts you show, the touristy stuff, Rajkar, the India Gate and all the stuff. But the slum area, where was it shot?
This is near ITO. This is a place called Sanjay Amar Colony. So it's really in the heart of the city, but that's how urban spaces develop, I think they tend to get unseen, you know. And for us, that train line really became like a border. This side of the border is your power center, and this side is the workers or the working class. And that sort of just kept, I couldn't ignore it, you know. It is and just to have that feeling, that because trains create a certain kind of solitude also, but they reflect people also, or crowds also. So it just has that enigma about it, especially in films. And especially if you hold a shot long enough, the sound and the rhythm, it takes over. So it just ceases to be just a train. And that, I feel, really was adding to the whole thing of what we were trying to do. It was about monkeys, it was about power, it was about labor, but essentially it was about dignity also, dignity of life, you know. That's what I really feel we've just let ourselves down in this, the way we are handling it back home right now. Everything is fine, but dignity is essential. You know, we can't just say we're giving them food, they're alive.
No, that's actually terrible. Yeah.
I was just going to say, you make such a valid point there, because the first thing, you know, we moved to the United States about 16 years ago, and the first thing that really strikes you, that big stark difference between life in India and life here, is the dignity of just being a human being, and the recognition of being a human being is so much more in this country. Not to belittle India, my own country, but saying that when you start drawing parallels, when you're a part of over 1 billion people in population, you're just a number, possibly. And maybe that's the fault of the democracy. It's hard to look after so many people, but that message was so strong in the movie. Wanted to lead a dignified life and yet be the hardworking population. It was just hard. It wasn't easy, and there's so many people that live that life, right? So for me, that was really something that stood out.
Yeah, and that's what I find it funny these days, because this whole idea of we'll fly helicopters and choppers and they'll shower rose petals. To me, it looks like one big long Republic Day parade only. Yeah, of when you're having these crises, you want to have a show of the tanks and show of these. It's like mine's bigger kind of attitude. You know, it's like teenage mentality where governments are saying, no, we are strong. No, you're not strong. No, we are very strong. You know? So this whole idea of a strong government, a decisive government, and a doing government, I don't know what it means actually.
It's a good PR government. Let's leave it at that.
Advertising, it's absolute advertising.
Yeah, it's 100% public relations and communications, and they do a brilliant job out of it.
Absolutely. And that's what I think, like, films have to become this counterpoint of that aspirational advertising, and just say, this is where we are.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get into the politics part of it, but the movie was really, it was a pleasure to watch it.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Excellent. It was really good. I think we all enjoyed, our audience enjoyed, and thank you so much for giving us this bonus time. I think we really got lucky with you. And thank you for hanging around for so long with us. It's been a pleasure.
No,
people might say, people might say it's not even fair, right? Because
Sorry.
we got to talk.
Sorry, Pratik, you were saying something?
I said I bided my time to talk.
Yeah. All
No,
right.
I just wanted to listen because there's so many, many people have been talking about organizing a festival and all. It's just nice to just listen to how it's being happening and what's the experience and this and that. So I was just being a fly on the wall, I guess. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. It was a pleasure. All right, Ani, are we ready to close the meeting now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw Ananya joining back.
Yeah, Ananya's back, right?
Ananya's like, what? You guys are talking without me? Ping.
Yeah, or probably to kick us out.
Okay, good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.